Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so pleased you're here for our December angel reading. I can't believe it's coming into December, the end of the year and the coming of a new year. We're going to talk all about December and the energy that it's bringing. There is so much coming up. We're going to look at the theme for the month. We're going to talk about the astrological dates and events that are happening. We're going to look at the angel cards for the month ahead. And I'm going to give you some intuitive insights into the energy that December is holding. So, yes, we are coming towards the end of the year. Yes, a new year is almost upon us, but there is so much that December holds. And each month, each day, each moment can be like a year or a lifetime unto itself because there are tremendous shifts happening. And it's like in the blink of an eye, things can change, things can shift dramatically. So, time as we know it, the time of the years, the months, the seasons, everything is shifting and things are changing in a way that we are no longer going to see time in the same way as we have been. But I digress. Let me get into the theme for the month and let's get started. So, as I was tuning into the theme, the word that was coming up or the feeling that was coming up was deepening. So, I'll explain what that means in a minute, but the sense that I was getting is that it feels like we are being stretched in different directions. And this is happening on a daily basis, on a moment by moment basis. On the one hand, we have this energy of more and more people who are turning towards spirituality, turning towards the light, turning towards awakening. More and more people are becoming awake and aware and are embracing their spirituality. And they're realizing that the way we have been living, our awareness, it just isn't tenable and something has to change. So we have that side of things. But on the other hand, it seems as if there's more and more fear, more resistance that is just so prevalent now more than ever. So, what is going on? So, when I was tuning into this, I was getting an image of this thick blanket of fog, and I could see this fog that was at ground level, and it was like it was rising up, and I could see the fog rising, rising. And when it was at ground level, we were kind of happy to ignore it because it didn't interfere too much. We could still go about our daily lives. And it was something that was there that we didn't really acknowledge. So now we no longer have the luxury of turning a blind eye. We have to face it because it's risen up, it's come into our view. And the image that I'm getting, even though it's rising up, it's not stopping. It may seem like it is. It's just coming into our awareness. And it's like it's continuing to lift, it's continuing to dissipate. But there's that moment where suddenly you realize you're in the thick of it. And that can be a little bit scary because you're like, where did this come from? What is going on? So it might seem like we are literally in the thick of it. It's actually a good sign because we are shifting. A shift is happening. This fog is lifting. And we're awakening and we're no longer accepting the things that we previously did. We're no longer in the status quo. And that shift, it's like loads of things are happening spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and it's a lot to deal with. So the more we can stay grounded, the more we can connect back in, the more we can lean on our spirituality, the more that that will serve us, and the more we can work with the angels, that will keep us grounded in our center, our calm center, our peace. So those of us who've been on this path for a while, you may find that you're residing in your own little spiritual bubble of purified air, and it may seem that life is easier because you have that support around you. For others, we will know that the truth is that the fog simply isn't real. It's not something that's tangible. There's no substance to it. And there's no point in opposing it. And this is coming up very strongly that there's no point in trying to fight the fog. If you have ever been in the midst of fog, and particularly, this image that was coming up, this blanket of thick black fog, bemoaning it, judging it, getting frustrated with it, fighting with it, is not going to work. Instead, focusing on what is real, focusing on the truth, and the truth is light, the truth is love. That is what is real. And when you tune into that love is real, and knowing that love is ever present, that even though there's this seemingness of this fog all around us, love is ever present, and tuning into that. And if you feel that it is dimming the light for you and you're focusing on that blanket of thick black fog, if you even begin to turn towards love just a little bit, we can rise above it and we can see things as they really are. So the deepening is simply a knowingness of this truth that, yes, on one hand, it seems as if things are deteriorating. It seems as if things are getting worse. But on the other hand, the shift is that's happening is a positive sign, and things are moving. So focus on the truth, stay aligned with love, and don't get caught up in the steaming fog. So it is, I know it's so tempting to try and fight it. It's so tempting to oppose it or try and get rid of it. It's, there is that tendency, because that's the way we are brought up to believe, that we have to use physical force or some sort of effort or struggle. But that's not the way. What happens if you do fight it? Nothing is going to happen. It still remains. And despite your best efforts, you're not going to destroy it. So the fight is futile. It's not going to work. Instead, focus your energy on connecting with the forces of love, not hate or fear or all those other energies that are going around at the moment, and see where that brings you, see where that lifts you up to. And soon you'll find yourself on top of a mountain, on a mountaintop where there's sunshine and blue skies, and you're looking down at the fog and you can see it for what it is, but you're standing on the mountaintop, looking around you at the clear blue skies, knowing that that's the truth. So deepening into love, restoring that connection, expending no effort in the fight against what isn't real, what isn't really there. And I just want you to sit with that, to pause and think about, where in your life are you fighting? Where are you struggling? Where are you opposing? And most often it'll be with yourself. It'll be with your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own beliefs. And you may think that your struggle is with somebody else or something else or some situation or circumstance. But when it comes down to it, it will be your own thoughts and beliefs about the situation that you're fighting with. So really just examining that and seeing what comes up. And then asking yourself, where can I let go of the fight? Knowing that, it's not, you're not giving up, you're not surrendering to anyone or anything. You're just asking, if the fight is pointless, if I'm fighting the fog or the fear or whatever it is, if it's pointless, knowing that in truth you can't win, then the only way to stop is to stop opposing it, to let down your weapons, your arms, to end the struggle. So I often give the example of a tug of war, where if you're at one end of the rope, and if you imagine your problems are at the other end of the rope, and as you keep pulling, as you keep opposing with force, as you continue, the war will continue. So you'll keep pulling on your end of it, your problems will keep pulling on their end of it. And to win, it's not about pulling your problems towards you or getting them over some seeming line to resolve them. It's simply to drop the rope. It's, if you keep pulling, you are pulling your problems towards you. You're not resolving them. You're pulling them towards you. So dropping the rope, dropping the struggle. And the role of the angels in all of this is to hold us in that space of centeredness, connectedness, keeping us grounded and allowing us to see the thick fog for what it is, and to remain unattached, to remain unaffected, to remain in peace. And they will help us to do that. And believe me, we need all the help we can get. So please do call on your angels and ask for that help from moment to moment. Whenever you find yourself engaging with the struggle, ask for that help and make sure you're actively calling on them, because they will be there for you. They will help you. They will support you. Especially if you're feeling that you're in the thick of things. But don't wait until that moment where things seem really bad to ask. Just ask all the time, and keep calling in the angels to be with you. So knowing that it's not up to the angels to resolve the problems, but they will support us. And also, we have to choose this as well. We have to choose peace. We have to choose balance. We have to choose love. So it's up to us to make that choice, and then the angels will support us in our choice. So realizing you can do this, you do have the power, owning your immense power to be able to be in that space of love, of peace, of calmness, despite what's going on around you, and deepening into our power, deepening into wisdom, deepening into love each moment that we choose love and that we choose calm and peace. And also deepening your commitment to love, making that commitment and asking yourself, okay, where in my life am I not committed to love? Where in my life can I deepen my commitment to love? And really examining that, because the more we do that, the more we examine the choices and the behaviors and the patterns that we've been making, usually out of habit, nothing more, that we've been accustomed to reacting with anger or frustration or being in sadness or wallowing, or we've been accustomed to judging or whatever it is that we've been doing. So again, deepening your commitment to love and asking yourself, where can I commit to love in more real ways in my life? So as we go through the month, we start off the month on the 4th of December. We have the new moon in Sagittarius. I'll go through all of these dates in more detail in a moment. We'll just run through them first of all. The 4th, we also have a total solar eclipse. And then on the 13th and 14th, we have our annual Geminids meteor shower, something to look forward to. And the 19th, we have the full moon in Cancer. And then the 21st, we have the solstice, followed by the Ursid's meteor shower on the 21st and the 22nd. So a lot going on. So we'll start with the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 4th of December. So Sagittarius is a fire sign, and we have this fiery energy which will bring confidence, it'll bring passion. And we also have a beautiful gentleness to the Sagittarius nature, and we have this lovely intuitive side. So I think they really complement each other because they bring balance. We have that fiery action energy, but we also have that gentle intuitive energy. And when you can balance them, when you can hold them in balance, it really brings a beautiful balance of head and heart and ability to take inspired action. And of course, the new moon is all about setting intentions. It's about being in that space of birthing something new. So when we tune into our intuition and then we have the confidence to follow through with it, it really brings about beautiful things. So the zodiac angel associated with Sagittarius is Zadkiel and also Adnachiel as well. So we've been working with those angels inside Fiercely Spiritual Family. Adnachiel brings the power of vision, of empathy, of optimism, and the ability to make your dreams reality. So gorgeous angel to work with. Zadkiel brings purple rays of transmutation to cleanse heavy energy and infuses this deep blue abundance, which is just this gorgeous energy rays. So if you're drawn to working with those angels, the new moon is perfect time to ask those angels for guidance and support. Of course, we also have the total solar eclipse, which is going to amplify the new moon energy, making it extremely powerful. So this will bring insights, it will bring new inspiration, new ideas, new direction, and you might be surprised that the direction that you're being offered or you're being given is something different than you had imagined, or it may even be making a U-turn in your life. So just tuning in, using the energy of the new moon to really tune into your intuition and there are new beginnings for so many of us, and it may be an opportunity to reinvent yourself or your life or some aspect of it. So it may be that rather than setting intentions for the new moon, rather than sitting down and writing your intentions out, which you may usually do, maybe for this new moon, asking the question, asking your soul, where is my soul taking me? Where am I being guided? And begin to tune in to receive the answer and see what comes up for you. That'll be a really beautiful process to engage with. So we have the 13th and 14th, the Geminids meteor shower. And the meteor shower will begin around the 7th of December and continue on till around the 17th. But it'll be at its peak on the 13th and around the 14th. So there'll be up to 120 multicolored meteors per hour. So it's really going to be a spectacular show in the skies. And the the guardian angel of comets and meteors is Zekiel. So Zekiel brings inspiration, inner wisdom, and oneness with all. And this is a really fortuitous time to call on Zekiel to help you to tap into your own inner wisdom and to bring new inspiration and to return to oneness with all. So use this time during the meteor shower, during the new moon phase. The new moon's on the 4th, and then from the 7th, the meteor shower will be starting. So bringing in this beautiful energy of inner wisdom, inspiration, and oneness with all, and calling on Zekiel to help you with that if that's what you're guided to do. So following that, we have the solstice on the 21st. So I always love the solstice. The solstice is such an important time for me, but for everyone on a spiritual path. You know, the solstice energy is just it's so nurturing, but it's so transformative as well. It's like an energy portal into the heart of your knowing, where sacred messages are brought forward, messages that are for you, but also could be for the people in your life. It could be for your loved ones. It could be for if you're a healer or a teacher in some way. It could be for the people you work with. So really bringing the opportunity for balance, for growth, for alignment, rebirth. And as I said, the theme for the month is deepening. So deepening that connection with your spirit, your soul, your wisdom, deepening your connection with and through the heart, your heart, and with love. And with the solstice gateway, coupled with the meteor shower, it's going to be extremely powerful for all of us. There's going to be so many new insights coming through, wisdom, revelations. So if you feel guided to tune in, especially on the 21st, it's a really important day to be with yourself, to be with the energy. And yeah, if you feel drawn to just sitting in meditation, I came across a meditation that we did inside Fiercely Spiritual Family on the solstice. And I was going through it and I was sitting with it, and it was so beautiful. It was so nurturing. And I just felt so connected to it. So I'm really looking forward to doing that again on the solstice itself. But if you are connected to your angels and guides, just asking them for guidance and going within and really just seeing what comes up for you, because there'll be some interesting truths coming through. So following that, we have the Ursids meteor shower on the 21st and 22nd. So again, we are reminded with this meteor shower of the transient nature of life, because we have these meteors that fly through the sky in a moment and then they disappear. And we're reminded, you know, it's the same with life. As we go through life, we have good and we have bad. They come and go. Problems come and go. We have this energy of, you know, nothing being permanent. And we know that, oh, excuse me, this too shall pass, that everything is going on around us and that the permanence is us. We are the consciousness that remains despite everything that is happening around us. So knowing that you are the infinite, the omnipotent energy that is observing all of this. And with this meteor shower, we'll find that, again, more opportunity for insights, for inspiration, a chance to tap into spiritual wisdom. So many opportunities during December to tap into, be in your, to really open up your intuition, and new opportunities for life changes as well. So we will look at the cards for the month. I was really, as I was drawing the cards, I had a feeling that 4 cards would come up, but then 3 cards came up, and I was reading those. And it's funny because at the last minute, I just looked and one of the cards had a second card hidden behind it. So there are actually 4 cards. So I'll go through them with you now. So the first card that came up, this is from the Heart and Soul Angel cards. So this card is from Seraphiel's suite of Soul Purpose Angels, and it's the beautiful San You See Me, which is the guardian angel of the blue star. So you can see in this picture, this gorgeous blue star energy. And this is the card of finding and teaching spiritual peace or bliss. So and I mean, based on everything that we've been talking about for December, finding and teaching spiritual peace or bliss. So if you're on the path of finding spiritual peace or bliss, then know that this is the perfect time. Also, if you are teaching others how to find this, know that your way will be opened, that San You See Me is there to help you, to guide you, and really leaning on that energy, calling on San You See Me to guide you as to your next steps. Is if you're a healer or teacher, if it's within your business, just asking for guidance and seeing where that takes you. So working with San You See Me, if you feel drawn to, and really tapping into that energy, beautiful, gorgeous energy. The second card that came up is this gorgeous card, which is from the 12 Essence of Light Angels. And this is a card that we've encountered before, who is Raguel. So Raguel is the guardian angel of spiritual perception. And this is the card of finding and keeping the simplicity of spiritual truth. So you can see from this card, there's a beautiful pillar of light and a plinth, and it's surrounded by these angel wings and feathers floating through the sky. So this is reminding us to keep our search for our spiritual truth light, to keep it, not to get bogged down by it, to keep it airy, but also knowing that it's within our reach, it's within our grasp. And if you are searching for spiritual truth, if you are on that path, and particularly, again, given this month of so many opportunities to tap into your wisdom, your truth, working with Raguel, calling on Raguel to be with you, to aid you, to allow you to open up on new levels. And you will find that when you call on Raguel, when you work with this beautiful angel of spiritual perception, you will find new areas opening up for you, new wisdom, new insights, new opportunities to grow and to ascend on new levels. So again, a beautiful angel to work with. The third card that has come up is from the 12 Essence of Love Angels. And this card is Paraciel. So this is the guardian angel of hidden treasure. So these cards, they're so apt for what's coming up in December. As I said, with the meteor showers, with the energy of the new moon, with the energy of the solstice, the ability to tap into inner wisdom or truths that have been hidden from us, that we've been unaware of, is going to open up. So working with Paraciel to tune into the hidden treasures. And this is the card of breath of life, fire of life, and water of life. So these 3 in combination will open up new areas of wonder for you. So breath of life is the breath, using the breath, working with Ariel also, who is guardian of breath of life, to breathe through you new energy and to bring balance. Fire of life, working with Uriel to transmute heaviness, to transmute negativity. And then water of life is this beautiful soothing watery energy with working with Fuel, to bring balance, to bring alignment, and to bring that soothing energy. Great for soothing emotions as well. But Parasiel overall will help you to tune into those truths that have maybe been hidden from you, or I suppose they're always there, but we haven't had the ability to see them because they've been at a different vibration. So allowing you to raise your vibration so that you can access these truths. And the final card, this was the hidden card. And again, the theme that's coming up of hidden truths. This is from the 12 Essence of Love Animals. And this gorgeous card, which we've worked with before, is the Unicorn of Unity Consciousness. So this is the card of polarity, balance, and oneness with all that is. So a perfect card to end our month and our draw of cards. So the Unicorn of Unity Consciousness. So this is really what we are being drawn to, this unity consciousness. So the letting go of the belief that in duality or polarity, of course, we experience polarity within our human form, and we believe that that's the truth of what is. But when we return to oneness, we realize that polarity, even though it may seem to be something that we're experiencing, it's not the truth, it's not the full truth, and that beyond that polarity is balance, is unity, is oneness, and that's accessible and available to us if we want. So really a huge amount of spiritual unfolding coming about for the month. And what I would encourage you to do is to remember to tap in, to tune in, because December is always a busy month with the holidays and with celebrations and socializing. So remembering to take time for yourself, remembering to take time away from other people, from distractions, from the internet, from social media, remembering just to take that time, even if it's a few minutes, to tune in. And if you can make a commitment to yourself to sit for 5 minutes each day, 5 minutes is all it takes to sit. And what you'll probably find is, if you do that, if you say, okay, from the 1st to the 30th of December, I'm going to make that commitment to sit for 5 minutes each day to tune in, you'll probably find by the end of the month that you'll be enjoying it so much that that 5 minutes will continue to 10 minutes or 20 minutes or beyond. I'm not saying that it has to, but you'll just find so much pleasure and enjoyment from that time that you're gifting to yourself, that you'll want to do it more and more. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope the month brings you so much pleasure, so many new insights, so much unfolding, and that you become more of who you truly are, which is peace and love and light. And that's, I think, what all of us are really searching for, returning to balance, returning to oneness. So I really wish that for everyone who is listening, and I will see you soon for another episode of the Fiercely Spiritual podcast. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.